Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering. It's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I've been for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The yellow ride.
As we celebrate the U.S.'s independence, we come together. And I'm not just talking about like one series. I'm talking about multiple series come together to create the ultimate race. Not to mention, we get to see the future of racing tonight at the Virtual Daytona International Speedway. We welcome you in to the all-star race known as the Firecracker 300 here at Virtual Daytona International Speedway, featuring the next-gen car. It is on the track tonight, and it is here for this Interleague special event as we get you ready for 120 laps and 300 miles around this 2.5-mile track that is known as Daytona International Speedway. It is going to be a fun race when it is all over with. I am the captain, Chris Scala. Welcome in. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We appreciate you coming to join us for this race. As you know, I am a one-man person, so if you're coming over to join us from one of the multiple leagues that are going to be racing tonight, get used to my voice for 120 miles or 120 laps. You're going to hear it a lot. So, but either way, man, we welcome you guys in. Hit that subscribe button, please, if you would. But we have got some great racing in store for you this evening. So, get you ready. We're going to talk to some drivers here in just a couple of minutes. Hello, Drift, as always. Welcome into the stream. Drift's always saying hello. Very nice guy. And I'm looking forward to this fun racing tonight. This next-gen car, I've been watching it for a little bit. Very hard to push. Of course, the noses don't really match up at all. The draft, obviously, is playing a pretty big role. You're seeing the same speeds of about 200 miles an hour out here on the track and so much more. We are looking forward to, again, what is going to be a very, very fun race here tonight. They're getting ready to qualify. How the format's going to be, 35 cars will qualify for the race. And then after that, 8 cars will make it through a heat race. That'll feature 20 laps coming up in just a few minutes or so. But going to be, as I mentioned, a wild one tonight. We've got multiple leagues being a part of this broadcast tonight. And definitely going to be a good one this evening. So just checking a look here. This is the broadcast, or not the broadcast, but the lineup we are going to see for tonight's race when it comes to the leagues. We got Blown Piston Racing League. Of course, they are the main hosts of the race tonight. Scott and Lauren Wise have put the race together, and here they are here. Area 51, you might remember before. We had an all-star race here on Captain TV back about a year ago that featured Area 51. Swift Motorsports, Justin Gann, who also races in Blown Piston, actually runs this league. They'll be here this evening. There's actually 2 Swift Motorsports teams tonight. Area 51 has 2 teams tonight. You got Elite Sim Racing Association. That's actually more of an IndyCar series that I believe runs some stock cars also. They're going to be in the race this evening. Signature Esports, they will have a team also in the league, or in the race this evening. Of course, that is all. They got all these drivers in the Discord page. It's going to be a lot of fun. And again, we're going to let them qualify here for the 2 laps that they're going to get. And then we'll start grabbing some drivers and bring them up here and interview, even during the heat races and stuff, those who are not in it. And we'll get you ready again for this race this evening. So let's, why don't we jump down here and let's feature qualifying here as we see the 19. He's the first car we fell on, and that's Michael Spell. Michael running a little bit of a Dale Earnhardt paint scheme here. And you see the next-gen Camaro there. These cars are all set up, basically, to look just like the car you're going to see on the roadway, for the rest of our lives. I mean, if you think of what the Camaro looks like on the road right now, look at the Chevy Camaro right here as you see it go by our camera screen. Right there. Speeds of close to 190 miles an hour here. Ford looks like the Ford Mustang. The Camry looks like the Camry. So you are not going to be able to tell a difference in the car. The reason why you're seeing the camera shake is because there are multiple cars on the track. But you just only see one. Because that is the one that we are featured on right now. So let's throw the qualifying at the bottom for those who have never seen a Captain TV broadcast. Basically, at the bottom, the 4 drivers closest to the start-finish line, they will start crossing the line, and when you see green on their screen, that is good. When you see purple, that means they're fastest. When you see yellow, not so fast, obviously, on the track. Of course, you got some prize money on the line here this evening that have been put together. Swift Motorsports has chimed in some money. Of course, the Lone Piston Racing League and Wise Choice Contracting has put some money in here on the line this evening. And also, Area 51 has put on some money. And not to mention, we'll have a sponsor or a special award that we're going to be giving away here at lap 23 tonight, as McDonald's Motorsports has actually put on the line a butt kicker prize for the leader at lap number 23. So if you notice the racing picks up here in the middle of the run, that is because, excuse me, they are racing hard to lead that lap. As you see them across the line, Anthony Hanley right now on the pole. Spell moves up to 7th right now. He gets bumped down by MacArthur as everybody crosses the line right now. Now, I believe every car does have to qualify, obviously, or you will be in the heat race coming up in just a couple minutes. You see 43 cars already have run a lap, now 44. I believe 45 have entered the session. Yeah, McDonald's Sim Sport, they are putting a prize on the line tonight for the leader at lap number 23. So we'll keep track of that here this evening. Wanted to give them a shout out also, and so on and so forth. So definitely going to be, I think, an entertaining race, especially when we get to these 20 laps of heat racing. So qualifying is wrapping up right now. So let's, you know what? What do you know who's up there on the pole? Andrew Moraz. He definitely knows how to put some great setups together. Oh, I said it as Raven right now goes up to the pole. Oh, and that's a burner right there, a 47.18. Good lap for him. He is going to be on the pole as of right now. And, of course, the pole, the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. As we get to this holiday weekend, let's talk to some drivers here. I'm going to get myself in the right channel here. And let's bring up the fastest man right now for the – we'll start with the Lone Piston guys here tonight. Andrew Moraz, of course, in the 4 car. He is P2 on the grid right now. I was going to say a pretty good lap for you, Andrew, this evening, but then Raymond went up there and kind of quieted you down for a split second there, but still a great lap for you guys there. And what's your expectations tonight, and what have you learned so far about this next-gen car?
Yeah, thank you, Scala. Pretty much expectations, keep the car clean, be there at the very end to try to win this thing like every other driver. Raymond is actually a pretty good driver. He's very quick. Just been quiet through practice. But yeah, I'll wait till Lauren's done here. Give it a second.
Yep, no problem. Lauren's talking to the field right now, so we'll keep that quiet. Lauren doesn't like me putting her on the air. she throws something and almost hits my house from like multiple states away.
Oh yeah.
No good.
So yeah. But yeah, congratulations to Raymond for posting that exceptional qualifying time. But yeah, it's going to be a fun race, so looking forward to it.
What, obviously one of the things that I think has been critiqued in a heavyweight, we'll call it, for lack of better words, the package for the Cup car. Some like it, some hate it, because they seem to be very tough to pass. Are you feeling anything different about this package?
A little bit. There's a lot more of the air bubble. When you're trying to push someone, you only get about a foot and a half off of them. and then they just get pushed forward. So you have to find a way to break that bubble, and if you do, you get right on them and tandem drift for like a lap or two, and that's it. But once you break that bubble, you can get right up on them, swing out, and slingshot around them to the checkered flag.
Well, Andrew, we wish you the best, man. Go take a break. Cheer on your, I know you got your teammates also from the 4X team in here, and we wish you nothing but the best tonight, bud.
All right, thank you, Scott.
Absolutely. Andrew Moraz there joining us this evening from the Blown Piston Racing League group, and Team 4X as he will start P2 right now. As you see the starting lineup up on the screen, it will not let me move you down to the other channels, Andrew. You're on your own there, buddy.
All right, I got it.
Thanks. Yeah, Gale Brooks going to start on the pole alongside Todd Kirkwood. Kirkwood, a pretty good driver in that 32 truck or car. I'm used to broadcasting truck races, apparently. They'll start on the front row of this heat race. Zach Flippin and Jared Trainer, they'll be the second row. James Watson, Daniel Helm, row 3. James Thorndike and John Finley Jr. will be row number 4. Byron McDonald, Michael Robinson, row number 5. Logan Hartman, Pierce Moffitt in the 12th position there as the cars roll off. Jonathan Cogswell, Hunter Collier in row 7. Sean Mitchell, Kevin Dampier in row number 8. Row 9, Storm Patterson, Jordan Berry, Henry Tabor, and Noah Owens. Somebody let me know if I'm getting that name right. And Casey Duncan starting shotgun on the field in a Darrell Waltrip special I saw earlier, the Dunkin' Donuts car. But cars are rolling off right now. There they are in the 31-degree turn number 1 and 2 as they come down the back straightaway. Let's grab a driver as they come to the green flag. We're sort of going to call the race, but at the same time, we're going to talk to drivers and stuff as this heat race goes on. I saw somebody smoking down there. Let's bring up somebody from the... It's going to take a minute because I got to look and see who's not running the heat race from the Area 51 team. Let's see, Kirkwood's in the field. You know, I don't see Bud Steele. So let's bring Bud Steele up here to join us. And you know what? I don't have any admin rights to move drivers, I've noticed, other than Andrew. For some reason. So, anyways, we'll call the heat race here, and I'll get Lauren real quickly to fix that issue. Hopefully they're watching the broadcast. They normally do. Lauren, if you can hear me, I kind of need admin rights to talk to drivers. Anyways, here we go. Green flag about to come in the air as the Unocal 76 number, wait for it, 76 brings them to the green in the heat race. It is Gale Brooks, Jared Trainer, Daniel Helms, Zach Flippin, John Finley are top 5. Cars get up to speed. They do it pretty quickly. Look, already up to 4th gear. Remember, 5 gears in this car. Sequential shifting. So you might hear me tonight mention 4th gear accidentally. It's 5th gear. And look at the polar bear there. I like that Coca-Cola scheme on the 01 of Jared Trainer. So you will notice tonight pretty realistic cameras here on Captain TV. We are, of course, presented by our good friends at Track Cams for Gourmet. They are a big-time iRacing user. Of course, they work all cameras on iRacing. They have their own forum page and stuff you can check out, and you can get oval packages, road course, rallycross, and so much more. Just go to trackcams22.com and check out their stuff that they have to offer you. I can't move anybody in Discord. Please. As they come off turn 4, Gale Brooks leading with Trainer, Flippin, Watson, and Thorndike. That just doesn't sound right. Flippin, Watson. I got to be careful. I got to split that up. Flippin and then Watson. As single file all the way back to about the 10th position. First car out of line is right near the Casey Duncan car, which has all of a sudden gone from silver to black. He pulled that one off. It's almost more of a chrome illusion paint when you look at it from here. Look at that. Sharp looking platinum scheme there. Of course, last time we saw Platinum number 17, it broke Darrell Waltrip's ribs in Charlotte in 1995. Open setups here tonight. So these cars all bringing likely setups from their leagues into here. And you'll see a lot of, not tandem, but more team racing probably with leagues and stuff like that. Hopefully, if you're new to the channel, make sure you do check out or hit the subscribe button. Check out all of our stuff that we have to offer you. We're broadcasting almost every single night of the week. All 20 cars, or 17 cars, I should say, on the track here. Todd Kirkwood, unfortunately, has lost the draft. Very unfortunate for Todd. He's a pretty sporty driver, I was saying earlier, doing the starting lineup here. Someone I've gotten a race with in plenty of times, and I can't say I've honestly beaten him many times. But then again, that's not saying much on my end. Let's, I think I've got the admin right now. Let's see if I can move some people around here. Let's go try to talk to Bud like I was going to. Yeah, there we go. Now we're good. Let's bring Bud up here, as Bud's representing the Area 51 guys tonight. Bud, congratulations on making the main race, obviously, tonight. I know the pressure's off you there in that number 6, but like we're watching the racing right now, some single file. You think we're going to see a lot of this tonight, or you think we could see some wild racing here? If Bud's here. Bud might have ran. Bud's not here. Leave a message at the beep. We'll come back and talk to Bud here in a second. Let me grab somebody. This guy right here I know I can talk to. Let's bring up Justin Gann. Justin, of course, tonight representing his league, Swift Motorsports. Of course, also runs in Blown Piston. Justin, you got a copy, buddy? Yeah, you got your team out here, your league mates racing. And are you racing yourself? I didn't see your name out there. Oh, okay, P4, so nice job. I just going through a lot of stuff, as I usually do here. But so far, we're seeing a big 20-car single-file line. Are we going to see a lot of this tonight, you think? Or is this more of they're waiting till about lap number 15 or so to go to war?
I think it's probably a double file most of the race. I'm thinking in the front, maybe it'll single file out. But try to get out of that.
Right.
It just depends on how hard people are going to push to see who's going to fall back, how many different packs we're going to have. So there's just a lot that can take place. And again, you got a bunch of drivers that you don't know.
So I got to ask where your mindset's at tonight, because you race over at Blown Piston, but you run your own league with Swift also that races. Where are you at tonight? Are you fully Swift, or is there like a little bit inside you? It's like, man, it's cool if a Blown Piston guy wins too.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm so I'll definitely be proud if one of them gets the win. But at the same time, I think that hoping Swift can get up there and take that number one spot.
That'll be definitely interesting. I noticed Michael Robinson back here in the 26, and I think it's Finley in the 29. They got side by side, and that draft just went bye-bye on them. That's a very interesting thing to notice tonight. But what's your goal tonight? Obviously, I know you want to go win the race, but how do you feel what you need to do to get to victory lane? Yeah, it's going to make things very interesting tonight. I noticed just on board with Zach Flippin, he was in 4th gear still. I'm not sure if that's purposely done with the setup, maybe because people are just used to the 5th gear kind of thing. But we'll have to check that out. But Justin, man, we wish you the best of luck here this evening. Go get yourself a win tonight, and maybe we'll talk to you here in a couple hours.
All right, appreciate it.
Hey, you too, buddy. Justin Ganner joining us this evening. Thanks, Ralph. I didn't realize that he was hard to hear. Sorry about that, guys. I'm adjust the volume just a little bit in Discord then to make that work out. As you see, 11 laps to go. It's been a single file throughout here, and I think, as Justin said, I think eventually you're going to see these cars kind of break out a little bit here and race hard with each other in the very near future. So this is... Let's grab another driver here. Let's grab one of the guys from Watson's in. Ty Richter, I don't think, is in. I don't remember seeing his name here. So let's bring Ty in here. Ty is one I'm getting to know a little bit here. We'll bring him up here. Ty Richter joining us. Ty is a part of the ESRA League. And Ty, congratulations on making the race tonight. But this is a little bit out of your realm. I'm used to seeing you in the old open wheeler.
Yeah, in the IndyCar, I decided to go there just to have a little fun, see if I can make some interest, learn some stuff, make some fun moves.
So, Dario, how's the car treating you? I'm making a joke. Dario jumped over to NASCAR and all those others and stuff. So, but no, how's the car treating you? How you feeling out there?
It feels like a fat IndyCar, so
I've heard that before.
So far I'm doing pretty. I'm feeling okay. I don't think our qualifying setup hit the mark exactly, but I was lucky to squeak in, and we've got James fighting his way in right now, and but I think our race setup will. I feel confident.
So you mentioned IndyCar. Have you made a mistake looking for the weight tracker out there so far?
Not yet. I may be in the race coming off turn 4, because you get really loose sometimes off turn 4.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, man. Well, hey, Ty, we appreciate your time here. I know we're running down on laps. Go get yourself refreshed, ready to go, and good luck to your ESRA guys. Hope they do well. And I know Scott Wise got a little bit of I guess a little bit of heart for your league tonight, because I know he runs over there with them in the IndyCar. So best of luck tonight, bud.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Ty Richter joining us here this evening. Ty runs in the ESRA League. We also know him if you watched Captain broadcast with VOR and also the iRacing League. You might notice that name, and that is where he is tonight, part of the Elite Sim Racing Association tonight. So good luck to that league there tonight. And the one other league that is representing tonight, at least has somebody in the race. Let me make sure he is not in this one. I don't see his name. I called him earlier General MacArthur. I think that's who I'm going to bring up here and talk to here this evening in this race is Ken. Got about 8 laps to go in this race. Figured we'd bring you up here, of course, Ken, joining us from the Signature Esports League. Ken, congratulations on making the main event, of course, this evening. Oh, caution is out all of a sudden. There's 7 laps to go. We had caution on the track. We went, 13 laps caution free here. And looks like Pierce Maffitt has gone around as I bring Ken up here. Ken, so far, what are you seeing out here tonight? And is this what we're going to see in the main event, or are you expecting a little bit wilder than this?
Well, I think guys aren't going to be able to, they're not going to be able to control themselves. I think you're going to see some too wide race, and I think with open setups, you're going to see some guys getting pretty loose. The key, have a nice stable setup and pack for a long run, and you'll be in good shape. It's just trying to survive tonight's the big thing, right? But
absolutely,
should be fun.
How's the setup feeling there? We saw Pierce. Looks like he got a little help from behind after a car got loose in front of him. Hear people talking about turn 4 being a little loose there. Is that maybe more too much wheel as the cars coming out of 4 there? Potential. We'll have to watch that. But how's the 97 feeling?
97's feeling really good. I think we got a real stable race set up. We had a decent qualifying run. I think we got a real stable race set up, and we can stay out of trouble. I think we'll be running up near the front. So should be a good time, like the hot rod tonight for sure.
Well, now we talked a little bit about the cars out here, the Gen 6 car, I guess we call it the Gen 7 car, whatever that last car is basically, and how the package has been really hard to pass. Are you feeling much of a difference in this car? I know one driver we talked to said he feels the bubbles a little different, maybe getting close to a car, or is it one of those deals where you can just pull out and maybe 1 or 2 cars can go?
No, you need probably 4 or 5 if you're going to make a pass on the outside. Otherwise, you're not passing. 2 guys are not going to pass if you've got a chain below you. The air bubble on these, you got to try and break through it, and it's about impossible unless the guy in front drags his brake.
Mm-hmm.
but they definitely are loose. They're definitely a big change from the normal Cup cars. But yeah, you definitely want to stay on the bottom unless you get a good pack up top.
Well, Ken, we appreciate your time. I know I called you earlier, General MacArthur. It's the first name that came to my mind when I saw MacArthur. I was like, General. But no, I know you're going to go out there and have a good time tonight, man, and maybe, who knows, you'll run the field and go win this race in all seriousness. So we appreciate your time, and go have some fun, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for the broadcast.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys being a part of this, and nothing but the best.
For sure, man. Thanks.
Absolutely. Ken MacArthur there joining us from the Signature Esports League. Get them down that channel. You saw the caution out for Pierce Maffett, so there we go. We've been able to talk to all 4 leagues that are, of course, in Discord here that we can get a hold of. And you know what? Let's actually jump down here and let's talk to a driver in this race right now and see how he's feeling. Let's talk to the leader of this race. Something tells me he's actually racing maybe potentially in the Unical 76 ball right now. But Gale Brooks leading this race in the 76. You got a copy, bud?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, man. You've been kind of just running up front there on your own with as we get one to go here, so we'll make it short and sweet. What's it going to take for you to win this race? I mean, because I think the action's going to pick up here on this restart.
I think it's going to take help. I think hopefully those guys will kind of just cruise with me and say if we feel like we're all in a safe spot, maybe they'll just kind of stay put. So first off, it's going to be just getting through the gears, making sure no mistakes. It's a little wiggly on the initial start there, so hopefully none of that this time.
Notice some cars getting a little squirrely off turn 4. Is that happening with you in the clean air, or is that more of maybe the dirty air behind you?
A little bit, but it does really ramp up in the dirty air. Whatever it is, off 4, it really wants to kind of just like almost hook really aggressive left at the very exit of 4. And I in practice I noticed it too. So I've been just trying to be really cautious and be aware and be ready to kind of death grip it basically at the end of 4 to make sure that I hold on to it if it does try to wiggle out a little bit.
Which I think could really play a role, especially later in this race when the tires wear out. You might have to see cars maybe drifting out towards the wall a little bit to keep that car from spinning. But hey, best of luck here in these last 7 laps. We'll let you go, and good luck here in this last part of the heat race.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. That is in that channel there. That is the leader. We're riding on board with them right now, Gale Brooks. So, hey, appreciate the 28 viewers tonight. Would love to see that keep going, guys. Let's work on it. Put the number up a little bit there. But no matter what, we appreciate you joining us here on Captain TV. My name is Chris Scala, nicknamed the Captain. We appreciate you joining us here on the Captain TV channel, broadcasting mostly every night. I've been having a couple nights off recently because of leagues finishing up and stuff, but one-man show, here I are, and hopefully enjoy the broadcast this evening, and would love for you to join us and be a part of us in the near future. Oh, a little contact back there. Somebody tried to get going. That was the 75 of Sean Mitchell's to restart here with 7 laps to go. We got people strategizing and stuff back there, and let me turn that off before that goes over the air. So that's the next thing I need to hear, is somebody dropping a bomb. I can see if that. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, second place in a big wreck with Watson on its lid. Another car going on its lid. Lots of cars involved in this one. Casey Duncan destroyed. One car spinning around on its top. And that was right up at the front. Caution out for the second time. Zach Flippin torn up. Now, here's a question. Who can go get their car fixed? Because that might get them in this race. Jared Trainer also involved in the 01, the Coke machine. That is a very ticked off polar bear right there. Oh, somebody's blew up. Now let's see how this all transpires. We roll that beautiful bean footage on the back straightaway for Jared Trainer. Oh! The car jumped out of gear. What happened? The car jumped out of gear or something there for the 01, or something transpired. Watch closely. It's almost like he went to go to 5th gear and it got hung up. Right there, bam. You know what? The way the wheel turns. Did he have a black screen? Yeah, that doesn't look right. Something's going on there. unfortunate deal there for the 01 and these other cars. Looks like maybe a black screen issue or something there. And Gale Brooks going to hold the lead. And look at Byron McDonald there in the Bubba Wallace paint there in that 23 second. You see the damage on the 5.5. A little bit of damage on the 75. Now the pace or caution laps don't count, so they could take all roughly, what, 4 or 5 minutes or so on pit road to get this car fixed and get out and still be on the lead lap. The advantage of having a race with no caution laps counting. Julian, it's not his fault. Come on. Which, by the way, for you viewers, I do like to chat with the viewers. I feel like you guys are just as much as part of the broadcast as myself and these drivers. So feel free to chat it up here. I see Sean Conklin, of course, watching tonight. Was it Pete Mello Racing? Joe Miranda, Julian Altena, of course, watching. Curtis Kelly. Julian, into your bedtime, by the way. Ralph Fasano watching. Go Knowles. Bursky Boy YT, of course, also watching. Who else is? And, of course, Drift. Now, for those who don't know, Julian is like across the pond over somewhere. I think he's like in Arendelle or something like that, Norwegian, somewhere out there. There's no telling where Julian really is. But, yeah, so it's like, what, 3:30 in the morning right now? Nickelback, that's some good listening right there now. You just don't want me to start singing it on the air because we can get in trouble. Netherlands, yeah, isn't that Arendelle, right? Or is that somewhere else? So for those watching, Michael Robinson is not the leader. It's actually going to be the 76 of Gale Brooks, but I think Watson and Robinson all came to pit road with damage there. So once we get the green flag, it will cycle back around. Basically how the ticker works with the STK Gaming is every time there's a caution here in the heat race and laps don't count, it once the cars cross the line, it recycles itself and almost pushes everybody back a lap. So that's why you're seeing the cycling of drivers up through the field every time they cross the start-finish line. But it should reset itself as we see an airplane back there in turn 2 coming in. Hey, what's wrong with Creed? They got some good music, too. A little weird music, but good music. Hey, I'm in to 2 Nickelback concerts here in America. Fantastic show. I will preach that every day. All right, you can stop that. If you're going to sing Nickelback, you got to go to the previous album. That's the good stuff. That was a good song, though. Jason Clark watching. Appreciate you, sir. From Canada, or it's Canada, as some like to say. Here we go. Pace car not going to pull off here. I thought we were going green. Apparently they have made it 1 to go here again. Single file restart. So I talked a little bit about the cars in the field here. So let's take a look. You got the Ford Mustang car up there in the front. So when you see the Ford Mustang car, and you'll get another shot here in a second of it. Matter of fact, I have some special cameras for it. Let's go here. Look at that car. So when you look on the highway right now, going down whatever road you live on, when you see a Ford Mustang, does it look like that? I mean, if so, I think so. I think it's an awesome looking car there. So nice job on NASCAR's part to create that. And let's look back here. The Toyota Camry, the 55. Forget the front end damage. Looks like a Ford Camry, so you got to give them that. And then you look back here at the Chevrolet. Let's look at Thorndike's here, the Camaro, the GTR simulator car. They've got a pretty good look to her. Of course, they got the front end. The splitter's going to be up in the air a little bit more. Try to get some more air under it to break up the dirty air that goes to the back. For all the right reasons is actually one of my favorite albums of all time. Of course, all the songs on there, but yeah, the Dark Horse album was pretty good. All right, going to come back to the green. 6 laps to go. Are we done wrecking yet? Something tells me no, but for the sake of the racing product here, let's hope they go green the rest of the way. As I mentioned, Gale Brooks has led every lap so far. You got now Hunter Collier with that damage number 55 is second. We'll see how much that hurts him or helps him in the end. The 75, Sean Mitchell third, Cogswell fourth. Daniel Helm, your top 5 now as we go back to green with 6 to go. '50 car getting shuffled back just a little bit there. Maybe that was on purpose, but Dampier back to the 10th position. And he's up in a high line going backwards. I'm not sure if he's maybe preparing himself for a wreck. I think at this point in the race, you got to go. Checkers or wreckers now. Still single file, 55 holding on there in P2. A little bit of a gap back to the 32 of Todd Kirkwood. He's got Thorndike there in his back bumper. And you got to be very careful, too, with some of these noses on these cars. You look at the Mustang nose, you look at the Toyota nose, a little flatter than that Chevy Camaro nose, which has a little point to her. Oh, contact. Kirkwood chopped down on Michael Robinson, sends him packing. He's fishtailing. He's holding on. He's got all hands. Uh-oh, that's going to leave a mark. Unfortunate deal there for Michael Robinson, who goes to the pits. Well, you can see these cars getting jukey off turn 4. Oh, more contact from the car off the track back there. Was that Dampier? They're 3 wide back here as Casey Duncan joins. Oh, and now I hear some spinning going on, and Duncan goes around with the 50. No caution yet. Now the caution's going to come out. Kevin Dampier goes around. And that car, the red car there, I'm trying to see who that is. Is that John Finley in the 29? It sure is. Barney Fife Jr. waving a caution flag for the 3rd time here in this heat race. Well, we ain't even got to the main event yet, boys. I think Julian has had too much Dutch soda tonight, boys. Let's see what happens. On the back straightaway here. 50 gets knocked up the track. Oh, and he looks like 29 gets loose into the 50, maybe some net code there, but Duncan nowhere to go again. And the 19 just kind of swerves his way around there. Let's go on board with the 29 here. He gets in the back of the 50, tried to push him. Once again, those bumpers do not line up. that brings caution out. All right, let's step away for a quick second. We'll come back and get you ready for the finish of these hopefully final 3 laps of this heat race and get you ready for the main event as you're watching the Firecracker 300 here on Captain TV.
There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
All right, back we are here at Daytona as we get ready to go back to racing with 3 laps to go. Should be a unofficial green-white checker shootout to the finish of this heat race for the Firecracker 300. Of course, coming up after this, we'll have a quick little reset and intermission session to let the cars warm up and get going for the drivers that weren't in this race, and then we'll go green for 300 miles and 120 laps coming up in moments. So here we go. Pace car going to pull off. And a 3-lap restart, or 3-lap shootout, I should say. I said green-white checker. It's actually a green-white checker. Maybe. But it's been Gail Brooks leading every lap so far in that unit count 76 car as we go back to racing. See the James Watson car in that 39, that bright green and yellow NRN car. Trying to make some moves up there in the high side. Lost a little bit of his momentum there. It's Pierce Maffett, the 41, who was involved in the first caution earlier. He's up here at 6th all of a sudden. None of the top 8 advance in this race to the Firecracker 300 feature event. I'm having a hard time talking all of a sudden here. 2 laps to go. We'll keep it right here at the bubble right now. It is Thorndike who's going to go up and try to protect the high side. Not able to get there quick enough. Watson's up there with, believe it or not, that's Thorndike's teammate in the VPRL. That's Casey Duncan. Ironically, in a Dunkin' Donuts car. He's got 40 donuts and a couple liters of coffee in that car now after being damaged. As he'll be coming to the white flag. Final lap. We'll get to the white. Here we go. Now the fun begins. Up, around goes one car. That, not sure who that was. We'll keep it. Oh, now they're wrecking in the back. 19 has gone around. I think I saw the 39 spinning. No, it wasn't him. Dan Pierre, Casey Duncan's in another wreck. That poor guy. Down the back straightaway. Everybody's still single file. Watson, or the 59 of Thorndike's only got one car to hold off, and it's the 39 of Watson who's pushing him. This is going to get interesting. As they're going to go by Byron McDonald. There goes Thorndike to 7th with the draft. Gil Brooks will win the heat race. Meanwhile, for 8th, Watson gets it, I believe. So Gale Brooks leads every lap and goes to victory lane as the rest of the top 6 kind of stay calm. Thorndike moves himself to 7th and in the event. And then all of a sudden it was, as the warm-up's going to be in here, but Watson ends up spinning with Byron McDonald and unfortunately goes around. All right, so the warm-up is beginning right now. These cars will have 5 minutes to get up here and get up to speed. This is your chance right now. If you need to go to the bathroom or whatever, this is my chance, actually. I'm going to go to the bathroom and get myself set up for the main event. And we'll come back. We'll let the cars out here run a few laps. And we'll play a national anthem for you and get you ready for the Firecracker 300. So I'll be right back. right, so welcome back here to, of course, the Firecracker 300, and we're going to take a pause here for a second for the playing of our national anthem. This is actually a video. Ryan Branchow, who is a league member in the Blown Piston Racing League, actually was filmed back when he was a young child, actually doing this national anthem. So here it is for you, our national anthem.
Welcome to the feature race. Ray Rittenauer, congratulations on that pole award.
There you go, young Ryan Branchow, of course. The national anthem as the cars are out on the track. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this race. Again, 43 cars about to take the grid. If I can hit the right buttons. Here we go. Raymond right now at a second. We'll start next to Andrew Moraz. Hanley, Justin Gannon, row 2. Todd Cray, Hunter Holberg, row 3. Jacob Gladulich, or Drift, we know him as. Andrew Moore, row 4. Darren Clement, Scott Wise, row number 5. As we show you the rest of the field, they're going through turn 3 and 4 right now. See Matt Wagner there, Curtis Kelly, row number 12. Avery Wilson, he'll be one to watch tonight. He'll start 13th row alongside Sean Conklin. Bates and Elrod as we go through the rest of the field as they come to the green flag. Patrick DeSania will start there in 33rd. Mason Flippin also 35th. Thorndike and James Watson, the 43 starters, as the pace car is in and the green flag of the Firecracker 300. Yeah, half the pack, it seems like, on the inside. Going to the back, and there's grass there, guys. Got to be careful of that. Don't rip the spoiler off, which thankfully you did. Turn number 4, and you see Barney Fife Jr. right there, bringing him across the line as he leads lap number 1. Let me turn the audio down there of the cars. I had that turned up for the anthem, so. Moraz right now, or Cray there in the 57 car. He's in 3rd alongside Justin Gannon at 30 car as they're going single file pretty quickly. So James Thorndike was late coming off the start of the race there. So was Matt Wagner. They are both out of the draft right now. So we got 41 of the 43 starters here in the lead draft. to start this race. Let's see if these guys can show some patience here in the race. As you see already, the front of the field kind of going single file here all the way back. Looks like pretty much everybody now is going single file here to start. Avery Wilson kind of being shuffled out on that high side just a little bit. Oh, a little contact already as the 5 pushed up, or the 51 that is, pushed up into the 1. And that Tide rider, Chris Bates, a little contact. So again, got to be patient here throughout this race, as I always like to say. Got to be able to finish this race to be able to have that chance to win, as the old quote says. The finish first, you got to first finish. That's what you got to do here. Is these front guys already single file and kind of pulling away a little bit from this second pack of cars. You got roughly, what about 12 or 13 cars in this lead pack. Adam Alshire there back there in the 12th position, and Josh Klinger is the first car in the second pack, and they're already 1.6 seconds back. You know, when you get a fast car, up there leading a single train, that'll pull those guys up ahead and get them a pretty good gap over a second pack if you're not very careful. You got that pack here, and then you come back here to Avery Wilson, hanging on the edge of that pack right there. And then you got a pack of 4 cars with Patrick D, as some people like to call him. I actually tried to say the last name, D Saunier. I believe it's how that's pronounced. It's at least how it's spelled, as Avery runs the fastest lap that time by. And then the guys from the heat race are back here. And what do you know, it's like deja vu. The 76 is out here leading this pack. One car getting loose into turn 1 there. Hold on, young fella. Was that Pierce? Pierce had his hands and feet on the wheel for that save. Ride with Jack Walls in the 9th position, already up 7 spots. One of a couple 30 cars I'm noticing in the race. Check out their speeds down the back straightaway here. 198, 199, 200, 5th gear, 8,800 RPMs. As I mentioned, thanks to our good buddies at Track Cam 4 Gourmet. Some great cameras here tonight for you. Of course, looking like you're watching a live race on TV. You're watching a live race on Captain TV. Of course, it is iRacing from the Virtual Daytona International Speedway for the Firecracker 300. Conklin here watching the race a little bit ago on the stream, I noticed. In the 17th position right now. Hunter Hallberg in the 20 car, following the 52 of Kevin Dick. It's actually the 18 in the race, but he's number 52. You might notice that different on the ticker. And that's mainly because the ticker here is set up by what number they've actually entered into the race, but the custom paints is why you're seeing the 20 there on that car and the 52 and stuff. Back here, Josh Klinger about 1.1 seconds back now. So this second pack is starting to bring in that first pack. And, of course, once you get within about a second and a half or so of that pack, that is when the draft really starts to kick in. So that pack will really start reeling them in very, very quickly as we look at lap times right now from Alshire back to Klinger. So you see 3, now 4 out of the last 5 laps. Klinger's been the fastest car. As I mentioned earlier during the heat race, if you like to chat, any questions you guys any questions you guys might have or anything about the racing and all that good stuff, feel free to ask or whatever I could do if you want to talk some racing. As I'm noticing this pack back here, getting a little action going. 38 of Jason Riley up there in that Monster Energy Camry. But I don't mind talking up with my viewers and stuff like that. I know some channels are popular doing that, some aren't, and that's up to them, and I respect that. And then back here, you got a whole nother group of field. These are the guys that earlier kind of fell to the back on purpose, and it's a lot of BPRL guys. Drift in the 15 there. Jacob Gladulich, you'll hear me reference him as Drift tonight. Anthony Hanley, Scott Wise, Jason Branch is back here. You got Douglas Carlson. He's on his own now here, singing all by himself. Matt Wagner's also in the same boat. He's actually got Mason Flippin following him, and then Thorndike, unfortunately, is hoping for a caution very soon, or else he might be in trouble. As the 57 of Todd Cray jumping out of line and moving back behind his teammate Justin Gander. Not sure if that was a planned move or not, but Todd Cray, a very popular driver over there in the Swift Motorsports League. AJ Green in this race. I don't think that's the receiver out of Georgia. Single file, 12 laps in. Seen a reference for Super Mario. There he is in the 99 Quick Trip Mobile. That Ford Mustang. As we are 12 laps in the books already, a 10th of the way in. Hearing some fireworks going off outside my window right now. Of course, hopefully you have a great 4th of July, and if you're a member of the service, more importantly, we appreciate everything you do, and I'm speaking for obviously everybody in this race and everybody watching, of course. If you're a member of the service, of the military, and you're either active or retired or know somebody or even have somebody in your family that has fought for our service, we can do nothing but thank them. And it's our honor to thank them and have them a part of our families and stuff, and even those families that have had somebody serve, you know, for you to support them and stuff like that means a lot also. So thank you to you for all that, because I know that is not the easiest thing to do in life, considering your child or brother or relative of some kind is out there fighting for this country and doing everything they can. So much appreciate all those, especially on this weekend where we celebrate our independence. Sean Mitchell up 20 spots already to the 18th position. Sean doing a pretty good job there in the 75 car. A little bit, some different shots, as I mentioned. Got some drones out here that we like to put out the work, thanks to, again, our good friends at Track Cam 4 Gourmet. As you see the 75 car, and these cars definitely moving around in the air. So up front, it's been Andrew Moraz leading every lap so far. Raven right now are there behind him. Got some moving around, some trouble. One car into the wall and on its lid. The 00 is up in the air. Ty Richter. And that is going to be it. I think hopefully everybody's clear of it, but caution is out. For the first time, the caution's out. Let's see what happens here. Caution's out for the first time. See what transpires here at the 00. There was a wreck actually up ahead. And people check up. And 00 goes flying. So let's go up ahead here. Apparently there was a wreck. I saw some smoke as Ty Richter in that Battlefield car pauses for a second. See if we can look up ahead. There's a car way on up here that gets turned. Oh, right here, the 9 of Matt Wagner is on his lid with the 86. Tandem going, whoa, that was bad. A couple lap cars pushing each other here. And tandem drafting gone wrong. 9 goes hard and the 1 goes flying. Lands down on the grass. He's tumbling, and of course they all check up. You'll see the pack come in here right now, and there's the caution. A caution out for the first time here this evening. Now, a couple things we need to clean up on here in this race tonight. We want to congratulate Raymond Reitnauer. He did win the pole tonight, and of course the pole is brought to you by the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. So congratulations to the 87 who got that awards. Right there is the podium series. Number 87, Raymond Reitnauer, the pole sitter, of course, tonight. Thanks to our good friends, the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. So tough break there. I'm not sure. I assume there's resets, or at least one to use in the race. I might be wrong. But the caution is out for the first time here at lap 17. And remember, tonight, here in just a couple laps, lap 23, we will give away a special pull award. The McDonald's Sim Sports award. That'll be a butt kicker prize. So, by the way, somebody's going to get a butt kicker in 6 laps if they're leading at the end of lap 23, so that could affect some strategy here. We do got some cars coming to pit road. But again, as I said, congratulations to Raymond Reitnauer. I definitely wanted to get the U.S. Veterans Pole Award out there to Raymond, so congratulations to him as they start to group up here. And Andrew's going to take the top side. Now, here's where this gets tricky. And I'm not talking about the numbers. If you heard the conversation before the race with Justin Gann, Justin Gann is here tonight with Swift Motorsports. However, in the Blown Piston League, Justin Gann is teammates with, wait for it, the 4 car of Andrew Moraz. So, a tricky situation here for Justin. That's kind of why I asked him what I asked him earlier about where's your head at when it comes mentally to this race, because you're representing your league, but a league you race in, you have a teammate right there in front of you. So could that be something to watch later on in this race if it comes down to a Swift guy versus a 4X racer, and all of a sudden there's Gann? Who do you help? So Matt Wagner, Chris Bates back on the track. There you are, 2 laps down. Ty Richter is taking his 00 behind the wall. As we wrap up the first caution here of this Firecracker 300 here at Daytona International Speedway, the virtual edition. As Moraz leads him from the top side. Green flag back out. Right away, the top, 6, 7 cars single file. Now, everybody but the top two came to pit road under that caution and either took fuel or got some tires. So we'll have to see how that shapes up. I don't think tires are going to play a big role here. But Andrew Moraz and Jack Walls, the only two that have stayed out. Roger Rios Matias at Superior Templating number 5. Look at these cars bobbling around a little bit. The looseness of turn number 4, Calamity Corner as it used to be called, and I think it's still called that today. Oh, one car heading for the infield. That back there, is that Gale Brooks is who that is. And he's going to slow it up and keep it straight. Nice job by the 76. I thought he was going to Kyle Busch that thing off turn, going down the front straightaway here. Very impressive save. Watch this ride. I saw the contact. I'm like, uh-oh. I immediately thought of Kyle Busch. Goes through the road course, keeps it straight. But your heat race winner, unfortunately, might lose the draft here now. As a matter of fact, he has lost the draft, so tough break there. Uh-oh, 30 kind of leaned back a little bit here. He's got the 87 trying to help him. He didn't have enough run, but a crossover move. Oh, I think that might be a move for later in the race he's trying to test out. But again, that bubble, as they talked about, very hard to burst. I'm talking about the car bubble, not the attitude bubble. That's a whole nother one you could burst easily. Brad Davis back here in the 43 car. Up here in the 16th position. They're double file here. Some comers and goers in the race. There's that 99 who was just involved in that wreck, Miranda. I believe this is Joe Miranda, who father, son, help me out there with who you are, Joe, just so I don't call you the wrong person. There's James Watson there, the 19 car of Michael Spell. 77, that's Andrew Moore, who might be falling to the back just to kind of hang out a little bit with some of the other blown piston guys. We have ourselves a 43 car single file train, or 40 cars, you know. Jake Elrod in the number 21, the Dickies Menards Ford. A little damage on that 21. Proud Papa, that's awesome. Cool to see dads watching. Joe, we appreciate you joining us tonight, my friend. '57 kind of falling back a little bit there. Todd Gray, I think he's kind of hanging out with City Chevrolet. One of the trickiest sponsors I've found to say on the air, because there's another word that's close to saying that sounds like City that could be very close and could screw everything up in that sponsorship. All right, so lap 23 in the books. Andrew Moraz led that lap. So congratulations to Andrew. I believe if that is still in play, I believe tonight, thanks to our good friends at, yep, it is, McDonald Sim Sports. He's going to get himself a butt kicker thanks to Byron McDonald, I believe it is, who's in the 23 car tonight. Of course, somebody's joking and said get the black light. McDonald Sim Sport. Butt kicker Andrew gets tonight, so nice job, and appreciate Andrew, or not Andrew, but Byron and the McDonald Sim Sport team, who I believe is, let me know, Byron, if I'm wrong, if it's not you sponsoring it, but nice job in putting that up on the line. Oh, wait a minute, so I'm not the only radio man here? Wait a minute. I have found another radio guy who actually watches this and does this with me. I'll be darned. That's awesome, man. How many years you been doing it, Joe? They're in here right now in the stream. I keep it quiet stream-wise from the drivers because you never know when something might slip out at any moment. It's happened to me all the time. But I will say to Andrew Moraz over the microphone set a second ago, he asked if it was a pink butt kicker. Lauren, if you're listening, let him know it's a fuchsia one. Fuchsia, and it changes colors. J.W. Miller joining us tonight. J.W., hope you and family are doing well, sir. Where were you at in Orlando? What station? I actually grew up in the East Coast of Florida. That's why I asked. And you went all over the place, kind of like me. Ventura, California, Tulsa. Ventura, is that part of the LA market? Colin Forrester here, the Sunoco number 9, one of like 15 number 9s I've noticed tonight. Colin doing a good job here. We just try to give shout outs to all the drivers here running tonight. I'm not all about hanging out at the front of the field and watching the lead battle. I try to catch and cover everybody, especially some passes and things like that during our broadcast. Oh. I know what company you worked for. I had a joke. We had a joke back in the day. We got some smoke up here in the lead. Something going on here. I know what you meant, Joe. It's all good, brother. XL1067, part of Clear Channel. We used to call them a different name, but now they're part of their iHeartRadio actually now. Matter of fact, no, that was another station. Never mind. Okay. Top 40 station out of Orlando is what Joe's talking about there. Actually, myself, I made a... Interesting. So you covered all the stations, and I assume through Melbourne and Orlando and Tampa, or did you just do Orlando? There's Darren Clement there in the 5th position. He's up 4 spots. Todd Kirkwood, man, I felt bad to see you out of this race, man. I know you've got some good driving talent out there. Sorry to see that, brother. We actually called him Cheap Channel back in the day. This was mid-2000s, late 2000s when I was working for Camp Cumulus. Anyways, I'll duck at that moment. So double file racing back here now, 19th and 20th. You see the 20th, Hunter Hallberg. He's got Jonathan Cogswell there pushing him. The 93 of DeSaulnier. The 99, there's Mario Miranda, the son of Joe, who we're talking. 39 of Watson's up there. That's cool, man. Not bad, Tyler. It's been one caution so far in these 31 laps, but it's been... matter of fact, they're coming up on the lap car here. They're about to put a lap on Gail Brooks, who unfortunately got sent packing to the infield. Well, I was starting to say, I actually worked at A1A in Melbourne. AOA, I started my career there. Actually, it's fun, ironic. I listened to that station growing up. I grew up down in the Sebastian Vero Beach area, and listened every day growing up to, Michael W. Lowe and Timmy V and those guys back when I was a kid. And they got to work with Timmy for a while. That was kind of a unique experience. There's Hunter Collier there in the 55 now, as we've again seen one caution here in the first 33 laps. Now the question here, Andrew Moraz and Jack Wallace, how much longer can they go on a tank of fuel here? They have not pitted here as we bring up our pit strategy board, which shows where everybody's gone so far. And you see, Moraz and Wallace have not pitted. The rest of the field, this is about the halfway point of their run, so going to be very interesting. Oh, I remember that station. I remember them all down there at that time. So we'll watch closely here. As a matter of fact, I'll make sure the pit lane is on now at the bottom. So when you see these cars come to pit road, when you see these cars come to pit road, you will notice. I'll take the McDonald, but thank you though, McDonald's, for the. I just noticed that. Thanks, Jeff. McDonald Sim Sports for sponsoring the Butt Kicker Award there. Wanted to make sure they had plenty of ad space there for a second. It's what happens when you're a one-man show. It's like you take the screen down and I don't see what's in the preview, and I peek over there. It's like, oh, I guess I better take that down. So we'll show it one more time. Here's the pit window. There you go. So look at this gaggle of cars back here. This is all 18th, 19th, 20th. Oh, this line of cars all the way back to the back of the field pretty much. Bud Steele is the last car in the line. So they should, these leaders, I'm thinking in the next probably 5 to 10 laps, will be pitting here. Now, you guys who do the broadcasting on here and stuff, obviously coming from a guy who's done his share of sports broadcasting, and from when I was in Indiana to did a little bit in Rochester, New York, not too much, and then obviously moved down here, now working for FedEx and not doing the radio thing anymore. But the hearing that Moraz might be coming at about lap 40-ish, but I commend you guys who do this, because this is not easy sitting here. If I could put up my screen, I would, showing you all my telemetry on the right, the preview of the OBS, and then trying to cover the race with 43 cars, making sure everything looks right. It is not the easiest thing to do, but you know what? It's a blast doing it, and I have fun doing this. I've had more fun this year since I returned to broadcasting that I have when I was in my previous time doing iRacing broadcasting, and I think that's because when I did the broadcasting in real life, I would come home and do this broadcasting, and I think it kind of wore me out, where now I can go deliver packages, do what I do, come home, eat dinner or whatever, and here I am. Brad Davis might have the coolest scheme of the night in this Marvel number 12. Captain America on the hood of his car. Look at the draft. Now these, I'm not sure what the technical term of these things are, but you see these, I'll call them hood flaps for right now, that are on right there where Captain America is on the right, and then where the Marvel sign is on the left. The air is actually set for these cars to come into the car and then out through the hood here, and it's supposedly supposed to add downforce to the front end and keep the air from being more turbulent air. So we'll see how these things work obviously, for these cars when they come out next year. Oh, I bet. I actually never got to do that. I don't know, something tells me I'm kind of lucky at it. All right, so Andrew Moraz has led every lap of the 39 laps in his Firecracker 300 so far. It's been a calm race up here in the front. And I have a feeling we are going to see the guys pitting here this time by. Moraz and Walls, who have not pitted yet in this race. They're going to pit here. So let's see if anybody else comes with them, or will they be by themselves? I know they're like air vents. I just didn't know what the technical term they were using for these cars. Because basically it lets the air out from the hood instead of going all the way under the car or over the car. It's kind of letting them out. Let's see who else comes in with them. That's Darren Clement coming in with them. So 3 cars coming to pit road. And you see the timer right down there at the bottom. The white numbers you're seeing, that is the total time spent on pit road. As you see that Ford Mustang coming into pit road. The red where you see the pit flashing, that'll change to a number when the cars exit their pit stop. As Andrew shoots his stall just a little bit. Probably going to see 2 tires and fuel here, if not just fuel only. Louvers. That's funny. Moraz spending some extra time on pit road. Did he speed in the pits? Oh, no. Andrew Moraz speeding on pit road, leading all the laps so far. So now right now are leads as Andrew's still sitting on pit road. So Justin Gann now up to second, Josh Klinger to third, Curtis Kelly, Avery Wilson, your top 5. Roger Rios Matias up to 7th. And some angry drivers out here already. Now, oh, contact, door slammed. 39 gets into the 97, a little hip check there. So we got 2 people tonight rooting for the 99 car. We got Dad and we got Jeff rooting for the 99 and Mario Miranda. Mario right now is running in the 19th position. There he is. You get the right car. There he is. Last car in this one right here. The old quick trip car. If I was able to play it without getting my mic muted by YouTube, I would do the theme song right now, but I can't. So the lead pack consisting of about 14 cars right now. Again, only 1 caution so far as we've completed 100 miles in this 300-mile race. Appreciate everybody being a part of it tonight. And again, I want to give a shout out to all the leagues who are featuring in this race this evening. As we kick off the 4th of July weekend, Blown Piston Racing League, of course. Scott Moore and Wise, the head admins and owners of that league. Of course, you got Area 51, a part of the league tonight. Also, Swift Motorsports, they got a couple teams racing here this evening. As I mentioned, Area 51's got 2 teams. You have the Elite Sim Racing Association. They've got a couple cars in the race tonight. And Signature Esports with a team here this evening. So thanks to all those leagues for putting this All-Star race on. It's one that I always enjoy these All-Star races because you just never know what you're going to get. Which I know that's kind of like every race, but let's be honest, you get a bunch of guys who don't really know each other. Some that maybe do, and they get out there and they race hard and they go for it. And of course, there's a big money prize in the end. Ooh, little check up there. 41 and Pierce Maffett had to get out of the gas, and so did the 12 of Brad Davis. Oh, you're not clear, 58. 48 thankfully got out of the gas. As I mentioned earlier, some of our drones that we got flying around, thanks to our good friends at Track Camp 4 Gourmet. No TI league members. Actually, no, I stand corrected. Ty Richter, I believe, has ran in that league. Yeah, Ursa, I've almost ran there a couple times. I know Scott Wise drives over there in the Indy cars and stuff, and I won't get into too much of it. I don't want to get it. I don't want to disrespect anybody, but I got my own IndyCar league. I'm going to be starting up in a couple weeks. Looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. You see this second pack of cars about a half a track back, as you see on the map up there. The 87, that's your leader as he goes down the middle of the back straightaway. And in this pack here is going into turn 1, being led again by the 20 of Hunter Hallberg. Actually, Jeff Destino, right? Is this Jeff Destino? Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. Let me know which Jeff you are. There's too many Jeffs in the world. Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, Destino. That's like night and day. There's your leader right now, as he comes up on the back of 3 cars here, trying to... Actually, I know one of them is Andrew Moraz. Trying to put 2 laps down after that mistake. Justin Gann in that number 30. He's actually the 42 on the ticker, you'll notice, but number 30. Spells. Okay, thank you. So I assume because you have 1 letter difference, you're not related to Michael in this league? In this race? Notice that Jeffrey's spells is plural and Michael's spell is singular. Here he is in the 19 car. Let's pull back up the pit strategy right now as we look here. About 31 laps on a tank of fuel here. So you can go about 38 to 40 on a tank of fuel if you're the lead car in the pack now. It might be closer to that 38 number. So we should see these cars get to pit road in about 6 or 7 laps, so this could be getting very interesting. This is not a plug for Ancestry, but maybe you ought to check it out. Let's check back here on this backpack of cars. There's Jake Elrod back here, Jason Branch, there's Drift in the 15. Anthony Hanley back here in the 24. Jason Wiley is the last car in this line. And then we got another pack of 2 back there. We just showed them with, issues for Pierce Maffitt, maybe? Oh, no, he just blinked out. Never mind. Forgive me. My ticker goes nuts sometimes when somebody's having issues, and it was just a blinking thing. But there's Thorndike, who got in through the heat race. As we are 10 laps from the halfway point. So let's step away for a quick second before we get to halfway. And the pit stops that are going to be coming up. Let's take a break. We'll come back. And we'll have more racing for you here on Captain TV. It's the Firecracker 300.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why Maconey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
And back at Daytona International Speedway, the virtual edition here on Captain TV is you're watching the Firecracker 300 with that guy right there, Raymond Reitnauer the second, who has led ever since Andrew Moraz went to pit road for a green flag pit stop. And unfortunately for Andrew, sped a little bit on pit road, and that has cost him almost 2 laps. He's actually stayed ahead of this lead pack and been able to stay on the lead lap, or 1 lap down, I should say, in this race. Appreciate everybody watching here this evening. Yeah, and then Todd, actually, yeah, you had a great battle with Thorndike. You and, what was it, Watson back there, and it got a little intense there at the end. A little, as the coach in Waterboy, I forget his name, once said, it's going to get awfully physical. And it did. And I think we're going to see green flag pit stops coming out. Joe, hello, my name is Chris Scala. That's C-H, how the heck do you spell my name? Riss. And that's S-K-A-L-A. So I think you're going to see Hunter Hallberg coming to pit road with some others. Here they come. Oh, boy. Fire drill. Got to get down to 55 miles an hour right here. Try to get single. Oh, the 40 goes around. He got glued. 40, your pit stall's over there. He might do a Brad Keselowski into his pit stall here. Oh, he should have went ahead and changed them. More pit road issues. James Watson, who's used to pitting an IndyCar, it's a little different for him. More cars coming to pit road. 4 tires and fuel for these guys. Oh, that's how you spell my name. Everybody out, and of course you got to pit. You got to exit pit road all the way in turn 2. No, see, Coach Klein was Henry Winkler, right? I'm talking about the other coach, where he's holding on to the book. He goes, "Oh well, don't touch the book, or things could get awfully physical." He had like that dry tone voice. Were you really? Oh, yeah. You know what? That makes sense because the film was Citrus Bowl, right? It was where it was filmed. Yeah, you're right. I just didn't know how to spell my own name. All right, here come 5 more cars to pit road, including the leader right now. Oh, 1 car going hot. And somehow they missed the cone. Oh, 75 turns to 94. More pit road issues. More cars to pit road back here. The 9, Thorndike's also in. Andrew Moore, Branch, Drift, Hanley, Forster, Mitchell, Thorndike, Santa Claus. Everybody's on pit road. What is my favorite paint? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I got to look at them. I'm one of those. I like those catchy paints. Ooh, that's a great question. Give me a little bit here, and I'll answer that question. Jay, don't let me off the hook there. Remind me here in a little bit, and I'll tell you. Oh, 1 car is going spinning in the grass up here in front. Oh, look out for him. The 75 goes spinning. Stays off the track. Oh, another car is going to go spinning into the grass now. The pit stop follies. And there goes another car into the grass. That's Thorndike. in fairness to these guys, I know how tough it is on this pit road. It's so easy to get loose if you're not, like, you cannot go wide open at all. Yeah, that Coca-Cola car was pretty sweet earlier. So Avery Wilson leads here in the plain white car. No relation to the plain white tees. They got a song called Delilah, in case you haven't heard. We might be able to do something. I mean, this race might need a traffic report before it's over with. Going to be talking about wrecks on the 417 and the 436. You're heading to the O Arena tonight for the match again. Rest in peace to the O Arena. Let me guess, I would be Boyer, right? So not everybody has been to pit road yet here. We still got a couple cars. And let's check on the 30 of Jack Walls. He is now the first car that pitted back when him and Andrew Moraz pitted before that, or about 20 laps ago or so. And here he is now in the 5th position. He's still got his partner there, Darren Clement, with him. As these cars come off pit road, and you see Moraz is right in front of him. So now, Moraz, who is going to be the first, he's actually going to be a lap down now. And actually, let me look at this right. I'm seeing this right now, a lap down. He should be the first car, actually. He is in front of the lead now. So Darren Clement's going to lead this race in that Black Rifle Coffee number 36. You got Walls in second, Justin Gann the top 3, and then Avery Wilson's going to be 4th. There he is. You got Kevin Dick in the 52 car. He is 5th. Roger Rios Matias in 6th. That car is actually a pretty cool little paint scheme there. That 12 Brad Davis, the Marvel Captain America car. AJ Green in the 48 Exalta car. He is up to 6th, or make that 8th, I'm sorry. Curtis Kelly 9th. And Adam Alshire, I believe that is, in the 10th position. Sorry there, Adam. Now Raymond Reinauer, who came out of pit road in the lead, or came into pit road in the lead, is back in the 12th position right now with this tandem of him and Josh Klinger. That BMW paint scheme is pretty cool. And again, if you're new to the channel, as we hit the halfway point, 60 laps in. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the broadcast here, hit that subscribe button. Of course, oh, now caution is out. We got trouble on the front straightaway. Jake Elrod has gone around in the 21 car. And what a break this is going to be for the 4 of Andrew Moraz. So our second caution of the night. See what transpires here with Elrod. Oh, right there, he gets contact with Andrew Moore, who maybe got loose. Yeah, he sure did. Or was there some net code right there? The 21 and 77 would push him up the track, got him a little loose, and then bammo. And 21, bam, into the wall hard. And there's the, is that the 61? That's one of the flippers. 38 also involved. Jason Wiley, and there's Drift. Drift being Drift. And once again, Drift finds a way to miss a wreck. And in about 10 seconds, you'll see Drift in chat. Wait, it always happens. Drift will come over here in chat and tell me to go on board with him. Get ready for it. Let's see the replay again. Oh, yeah, it was definitely netcode. Let's, and there's a good way to check netcode. Right. Camera, let's do... We should have the chases on there. They usually do. Shay, that's not good, Shay. Let's do this one. I don't want to do it. Here we go. Right? Yeah, I never saw him touch. "21 hard into the wall." He might need a new pair of Dickies jeans. 38 a Weiland. Here's Drift. Look at Drift in the 15 up here.
I'm watching the replays here. Hang tight. Okay, while they didn't actually touch between the 21 and the 77, be mindful. While it was net code this time around, that would have caused an accident either way.
I can find Drift. There he is. Okay. Let's go on board with Drift. Watch this. Oh, and where's Jeff at? Jeff, you can warn these viewers in advance. If they got surround sound in their house right now, hooked to their computer or whatever they're watching on, they might want to get it ready. Look out! Yo! Yeah, it looked like he might have actually got him in the end. Like if that was like a real life spot there, it looked like maybe they were going to touch eventually, but they didn't. Now, I know normally, and I'm not sure, I want to definitely give these guys a plug tonight for, of course, they do sponsor the Blown Piston Racing League's races that we broadcast on Friday nights, like right now, and on Sunday nights and stuff. But right here, you'll see Superior Templating usually sponsors the cautions. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be mentioned tonight, but you know, I'm still going to throw them a plug tonight. They are on that 77 car, or what car are they on? Roger Rios Matias there in the 5. Roger running the Superior Templating caution. Or the car, of course, Superior Templating, the caution sponsor tonight. And normally in the truck series, we have the Forever Homes, the Lucky Dog. Want to give them a shout out for, of course, they're supporting the Blown Piston League. And then also YJ Esports. I don't think they have a single car in the field, but Tyler Duvall is watching. All right, so Darren Clement's going to lead this race. He is still not pitted from the caution, or from the green flag pit stop he made. So he is still on about 15 laps or so going to be coming to pit road. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Justin Gann second, Avery Wilson third. Kevin Dick and Roger Rios Matias going to be your top 5. And I kind of warned Jeff to warn you guys. I don't think he did. But for those with surround sound, I am going to quiet down for a few minutes here, and we're going to let you enjoy the Firecracker 300 in a segment I like to call Turn It Up on Captain TV. Let's go! Turn 1, somebody's wrecking. Turn 3. This is going to be big. Oh, big wreck. Andrew Moraz stuck his way through there. See Patty D's in it. The 77 of Andrew Moore. 38. 21. 71. That was big. We'll come back to that in a minute. Well, let's go break this one down. This ought to be good. Somebody's asked if they're damaged. Question here: who's not damaged? I just saw somebody as I was watching gets just hung right. Trying to find where the wreck actually starts. Here it is, right here. Looks like it's Hunter Hallberg. Let me get out of the turn it up cameras, and here we go. Let's watch this in slow-mo. And as per usual, like the last couple of years in the Daytona 500, the wreck happens into turn 3. I saw somebody come down the track. Right, no, it's not the 48. Where is... Okay, right there. 93, Patty D's trying to fill the lane. He comes down. The 71 just gets hooked. Scott Wise right behind him. He goes over him. Captain America clears him, and he faces... Oh, my. Well, Captain America gets a piece of it. There's Hallberg getting a piece. 94, the 9, the 19's in this, the 6, the 97, 38's in there. Right now is right in the middle of this, and did Ray clear that? Back there you see Watson in a 39, drift going to the grass. Watson almost up there in the Jeff Bodine territory. If you watch the 1981 Daytona 500, you'll see what that's about. But let's, wow, that was carnage. Let's go to full speed and let's start going on board with some cars. Let's start with Reitnauer in the 87 car. He's going to have the first interesting perspective of this race. Big check in the 87 there in the 30. Almost ran him over. There's the hook. 71 gone to space. Net coach through him. I think he ended up okay. So Brown moment there potentially. Let's go on board with Andrew Moraz in the 4. Locks it down. He's going to make it through. Nice job by Andrew. Going right to the bottom, getting out of the way. And the view that probably everybody wants to have right here. Let's go on board with the 71. If you have a weak stomach, you do not want to watch this. Hey, the 4th gear right there. See this? So he goes from the top to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom of the track. Wait a minute. Lauren stepped away to get a drink. She didn't bring me anything? Come on, Lauren. One more time here. Yeah, that 71 flew right over his car. Wow. So a lot of wrecking going on there as we're going to come back to the green flag here at lap 68. Let's try it one more time for the viewers and for those who have fought for our country and continue to fight for our country. We do this for you. Let's try it one more again. Let's go and turn it up on Captain TV. It again. Couple cars hooked together. It's still green though. Now one spinning on the apron and one. Ooh, Justin Gannon's got loose off 4. They almost hit each other. Let you turn it down now. Hopefully you enjoyed that turn it up segment. Had a little bit of a wreck back there at the restart. I want to go back to it and see what happened. No caution came out from it. I think they all were off the track when it was over with, as people are lighting fireworks off already. So it starts back here. Somebody's got some boomers out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that through my headset, but wow. So it's going to happen right here with the 20 of Hunter Holberg. 94 there in front of him. Got Scott Wise. A little bit of a check up there, a little bit of contact. The 12 of Davis. And the 20 gets turned. Andrew Moore gets in there. Jason Branch cutting the grass in that Navy number 22. And, so appreciate the 21 viewers tonight. I know we've gotten over 30 at one point during the heat race. I appreciate you guys all watching tonight. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Even if you don't even come back and watch again, please hit the subscribe button. It makes me look good. But if you're not new to the channel, we appreciate you coming back and watching this Firecracker 300 here on Captain TV, as we are now 6 laps from the 200-mile mark at the Virtual Daytona International Speedway on iRacing. A big shout out to, again, all the leagues that are running this race tonight. Oh, trouble on the track. It is. There's Birdwell going through. I think here Maffitt is involved. Is that the 30 or the 19? One of the Goodrich cars involved. Caution out for the 4th time. And this is just shy of lap 80 and right outside the fuel window for a lot of these cars. And it was the 19 of Michael Spell also involved. Let's see what happens here. 41 gets loose and Watson gets a piece. And what do you know? This is one of those wrecks where the 39, the ever so odd wreck where the 39, 40, and 41 are involved. And you think I'm joking? Watch this. 41 comes down. He gets caught by the 39, and right behind him is the 40. Where's the 42? He's up front. You're not going to get him. Oh, ARCA braking coming in there. Who is that? Somebody has ARCA brakes, the best in brakes. I don't want to say that was Scott either, but let's see if it was. Yeah, there's the wreck up ahead. Watch this. He does slow up, I'll give him that, but car to hill track. I can't totally blame Scott for ARCA there. He tried to slow up. Most people will just go flying up in there like there's no tomorrow. All right, so pit stops. Here comes most of the leaders. So you're going to see, it looks like fuel only for most of these cars, so they're going to have to find a way to save a couple laps of fuel here. 43 laps to go. The two cars going to stay out here, so they must feel that they are still short on fuel maybe here. Let's find a driver. Let's see what's up here. Let's find this 58 car. Started 26, he's up to 18th. Sean Conklin here. And let's see if I can find him. He is in the ESRA car, league. So let's bring him up here to the booth and see if we'll have a quick word with us. Sean, you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I do.
Sean, you've run pretty well tonight. You've had your ups and downs throughout this race, and here you are now in the 8th position tonight, representing ERSA, easy for me to say. Talk about the race so far and how you feeling about these last 43 laps.
It's definitely been up and down. But then a caution came out, so the big wreck had to be able to slow it down.
More importantly, how'd you miss the cone?
I tried braking later so I can get just a little bit of advantage, and some people were braking earlier, so I tried not to hit them. I locked up the brakes and went straight into the grass.
Which you missed the cone, though, which is the impressive part. I mean, you usually get to the grass, the cone's going with you. But nice.
Yeah, well, I made sure I didn't hit the poor cone. The poor cone was already petrified enough. It could get hit at any second.
True facts right there. So, Sean, good luck, man, the rest of the way, and we will talk soon. Get you in the right channel here in a second. There we go. As I'm listening to you, I look over and see you guys aren't hearing them because I never hit the button to turn them on the air. Scala does it again. If there's any big flaw I have on my broadcast, it's I forget to hit the button to put them on the air. And the reason that is, that button is the same button that puts the others on the air too in the stream, and I got to be careful with that. Sorry, Sean. I'll come back and talk to him later if I can. Avery Wilson leads him back to the green. My bad, guys. I was trying to have a little fun. Basically, he was talking about how the cone is petrified of enough people out there on the track because it sits off turn 4, and so he wanted to miss it. All right, so 79 laps in the books, 41 to go. There's Mario Miranda there in the 13th position, running that high line right there. Is the 40 of Cogswell, who's just in that incident there. Jason Branch at Navy number 22, looking good. So, to answer the question earlier, somebody asked me my favorite paint scheme. So, and I might not have seen them all. I'm still going through them all and trying to catch them. But as of right now, my leader in the clubhouse, I will say in this race, and I'm doing this because I'm an old school racing guy, even though I'm still in my 30s. I'm an old school racing guy, and anytime you come out and you have Unical 76 on your car and you are the number 76, that's awesome right there. Just throwing it. That's the leader in the clubhouse right now to me. I mean, the only thing that would make that better is if he was actually racing in the orange 76 ball, like in a sim somehow. That would then at that point blow this out by water. By far. So single file, these guys calming down as they pass the 200. Yeah, the golf livery's cool that Andrew has back there. That's a good one. I like the Thorndike paint. Of course, I always forget it's a simulator. GLR? GTR. I might be. I'll have to ask Andrew that question. You talking about the 77, I assume, here? Andrew Moore, this car right there? Because he runs that actually in the truck series too, and the cup car. So the last time we did an all-star race was about a year ago, and they had this league and had Area 51 also in it. The winner of that race was Avery Wilson. And here now, at the 200-mile mark, sits Avery Wilson in the lead of an all-star race. Now, I know we're in Florida, and anytime after 3 o'clock, it can rain in the summer. And it can lightning and all that stuff. But can lightning strike twice and Avery Wilson win an all-star race again? So if you go check out trackcams22.com, of course, that is the website where I get my cameras at. I've been talking about it. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I have it in the stream edits. I do not, actually. Let me do that real quickly. That is not what I was looking for. I'm going to add the link in here. So for you guys who are on iRacing and enjoyed those cameras I have tonight here in Daytona, and you want to get the actual package yourself and stuff, which, you know, I took care of through donations and stuff. You can do the same thing. Of course, they have road and oval and so much more. Their website and their link is going to be right in the description here in just moments. You can hit the refresh button. It'll be right there for you to check out. I'll let you know when. Right now, you can update and get the trackcams22.com website. You can go check out the camera packages that you're seeing right now on the screen, and that you see at a majority of the Captain TV broadcasts that are on the air each and every night. I know there's times during the week I'm on 7 nights a week. There's times like this weekend, this will be the only time you see me on the air until Monday night. Apparently, the 48 thinks Colin is doo-doo. That's not too nice, and I'm guessing he means this Colin here in the 9. I guess that's a nice political way of putting it. Well, there's Sean Conklin. Appreciate him coming up and talking to us, even though you heard the interview absolutely none. Sean running in the 9th position of 17 spots, right behind Kevin Dick in that Ford. There goes an airplane landing. Yeah, they have virtual reality, they have fan cams, and they don't have many of those, but you can still check them out. They have rallycross cameras. For those who like the dirt trucks and stuff like that, you can go enjoy those. Some good paint schemes everywhere around. Yeah, 58 does look pretty cool, by the way, for whoever mentioned that earlier. Of course, the Earnhardt 96 Olympic throwback. That's what you're seeing on the 30 and a couple other cars. Which kind of hits home a little bit for me. I live about an hour northeast of Atlanta now, from the town of Gainesville, Georgia, the good Gainesville. And you know, I actually went down, took my daughter and wife to the Georgia Aquarium, which is right across the street from Centennial Olympic Park, and actually walked into the park for a few minutes and just kind of got a glimpse of it and couldn't help but think back to '96 when the bombing happened, and just imagining what it looked like, and just felt bad, felt terrible. You know, what, 25 years ago now? And of course, where I live is right off Lake Lanier, which of course hosted the water Olympic parts of the Olympic Games in '96. So everybody going single file now, trying to ride their way to the finish of this race as we're at lap 88 of the 120. Kevin Dick just ran the fastest lap of the race of 44.74. Speed of over 200 miles an hour. Probably about 202, I would say. And back here in the second pack, I think these guys are just kind of riding, waiting for the next big one. Scott Wise is here. Justin Gann, he was up front earlier. You got Ken MacArthur, Darren Clement, who was up here a little bit ago. So some of the cars that were riding up in the front are in this little pack. Bud Steele there in that 6th car started in the 17th position. He's up to 3rd. Right in front of him, or behind him, is AJ Green, the 48. Klinger, Alshire, and Kevin Dick, as I mentioned, the top 8. Scott trying to push this 21 car up ahead, or the 14 car of Jake Elrod. It's actually a 21 on the screen there, so we'll stick with that number. But we keep hearing the comments that, and I think it's because you look at that Chevy nose, it looks a lot like the Chevy nose does now, and it's very hard to push when you have a pointy nose. And he's worried he's going to get hooked. He's getting pretty loose there with Scott pushing. You can see right here, look how close the 31 gets, and look at, you got a pointy rear end of the Mustang, so when you have two pointy sides, you know, one rear, one forward, you know, you think about it, as one car gets loose right there, it leaves you a very small contact patch to push with. Yeah, Andrew's up to 3rd. Yeah, I've been watching that too. He got his lap back, stayed 1 lap down, got the lucky dog, got back on the lead lap, and here he is. Went through the big wrecks. And that 4 car is another chance to win. That Libman Menards Ford. And we actually have a 1-2-3 blown piston racing league top 3 right now. Oh, contact! Drift is in the wall and spinning. And caution comes out for the 5th time. As drift goes spinning around. Anthony Hanley getting a lot of damage also in the 24 car. And boom goes the dynamite in the 24. And this wreck actually started a little bit before drift. And they are asking the 41 to park their car, being the second caution he has caused in this race. So the 41 will be out. Right there, 41 up into the 24. And drift just trying to squeeze through, gets doored. Wrong place, wrong time for the old drifter running the wingman. That's actually a pretty cool paint scheme too, Drift has there. I like that. Got the flag on the side there. See if we can get a better vantage point here of what happened. The 41 here. They're all checking up, it looks like, maybe. '41 starts going up the track. And the 24 is there. And leaders are all coming to pit road as this will be the final round of pit stops. The money stop right here. Race off pit road. Andrew Moraz going to win the race off pit road, I think. Sean Mitchell actually stays out, but Andrew Moraz is going to win the race off pit road, followed by Steele and Reitnauer. So the cream's starting to rise its way up to the top here. And we will step away for a quick second. We'll come back and have the last 35 laps of this Firecracker 300 coming up on Captain TV.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
All right, welcome back to Virtual Daytona International Speedway. Firecracker 300 here on a Friday night. And we have one car that has stayed out, and that is the 75 of Sean Mitchell, who started in the 38th position in this race. And he will lead this race to the green flag. Andrew Moraz is going to be second. Raymond Reitnauer is going to be third. Bud Steele, Sean Conklin, your top five. Thanks, Anthony. Your money's in the mail. So we'll see if Sean can hang on up here in the front. He last pitted at last 76. So interesting call here. Maybe trying to steal some track position or something. But he is going to try to go 44 laps. And I think he's banking on some cautions here to potentially win this race. But here we go. Did not get a good restart there. Moraz going to get the push out to the front. He's got Bud Steele there to his outside. Avery Wilson also. Avery clears up to the third position. We got somebody calling his way to the pit. This ought to get interesting. Where's the 21 car? He didn't call the pit road. There he is. The Dickies car drops in bottom. He will get the pit road cleanly. So nice job on his part. And here's somebody I haven't said all night. The 94 Maxwell Caldwell. The 94, he was involved in a couple wrecks earlier. That Brandt number 94. He's the second car on the outside there behind the 30. It's held strong up here right near the top 10 with the 55 there behind him. Another nice little pace team. Brandt Agriculture number 94. Oh, Easy Scott, 86 and 31 making contact. Thorndyke's getting loose. He's fighting her. Swan flies back there. He is. And saves it. Oh, one car comes through. Oh, and now caution. We got trouble up ahead. Justin Gann's involved. I was trying to get to Gann. There he is spinning. Another car is spun. Justin Gann involved in this wreck, the owner of the Swift team, and apparently, from what I'm hearing, Justin Gann went for a ride. Let's see what happens here. I think do we have 30 on 30 violence here? Let's see. Oh, yep, 30 into the 30, and Gann goes flying. Shades of Austin Dillon when he flew up into the fence. Be the next 30 for 30 films. How Jack took out Justin. Let's go on board with the 30 of Gann, the Virginia driver. Wow, that'll make you dizzy. Back out. I'm going to take this opportunity. I owe him one, so I want to get him back up here in the booth. And I want to make sure we talk to him. So I'm going to mute the microphone of the race and turn the microphones on my end. And let's bring the young man up here again. I'm one of fairness, and I screwed up the interview a little bit ago. Typical broadcaster. And let's get the, if I can find him now. There he is, Sean. And let's bring him back up here. To me, and I'll explain it to him really quickly, is I'm pretty sure he's got a positive attitude here. Sean, I'm going to bring you back to the booth. My producer did not have the microphone on when you were talking earlier. Hint, hint, that's me. So I want to bring you back up here. You got 20 laps to go. Talk about your experience so far in this race this evening.
Want me to redo what I said earlier?
Sure, why not? You can do whatever the heck you want.
All right, so this race has been up and down a lot, and the turning point that I thought my race was over in is when I picked up the brakes and went into the grass and got a penalty coming in for our first green flag pit stop. And I thought that was the end of the race for me, and then a caution came out 2 laps later, and then a big wreck happened in front of me. I avoided it, and now I'm here.
Now the interesting thing here, and we got to talking about this before everything happened, the cone. Talk about your sympathy for that poor cone at the end of pit road and why you missed it.
See, the cone has a sad life. The cone just sits there, watching cars go by, and at any moment, a car could hit it. So the least I could do was not hit it. If anything, I pet it as I was going into the grass. So, I'm doing a charity. Save the cones. It's not an actual charity, but save the cones. And I'm gonna go try to win this race for the cones. Doing it for the cones.
Doing it for the cones. Hashtag doing it for the cones. Well, Sean, we wish you nothing but the best, man. Appreciate your time again. I know I had a little issue there and apologize for that, but go get him and see if you can win this race.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Sean Conklin, cone supporter, running in the fifth, make that sixth position now as they come back to the green flag here in just a minute. So he's a cone supporter. Think about how many times we've all hit the cones, and this guy's trying to promote us not hitting the cones. If I had time, I'd go back to that pit stop and the amazing move he made to miss the cone, actually. Goes into the grass and almost goes right around the cone, back on the pit road. All right, so 20 laps to go in this race. Andrew Moraz, Bud Steele, Avery Wilson, Sean Mitchell up to fourth. He's getting his wish right now with these cautions. And Raymond right now are now your top 5 as we'll come back to the green flag. So for this restart, we're actually going to go on board with Reitnauer. And we're going to listen to the sequential shifting in this car. So he's in second gear right now. You can look right here in the digital display. Third gear. All sequential. No more clutching and stuff like that. You can just hit the flap and right into the gear you go. Still fourth gear, still fourth gear. There's fifth gear. That's not Gary Godso, is it? Moraz leads. Wilson Steele now up to third. I'm just listening to a conversation going on right now about the package here that you're seeing in these cars. Branch trying to get pushed right now by Scott Wise, the 94. There's the 39, James Watson. Garrett's the only Gary is the only guy who actually joins me in the broadcast booth for a race. When I cover the TI IndyCar series on Tuesday nights, Gary will come up there. He's actually the man that saved me when I started doing that IndyCar series, because I had some knowledge of the cars, but he come in and sounded like Donald Davidson covering the IndyCar series to me, and I'm just like, man, this guy knows everything. And he's made me seem about easily 200% smarter. So up front here is Roger Rios Matias. You saw these guys starting to fight back here, trying to work their way up through the field. James Thorndike into 59. Let's ride with him. '96, 197. Tyler Davala, one of the YJ cars for Blown Piston. Asking how fast these guys going in the draft. It's about the same speed as the current gen car. That front package is gone. Get out of Thorndike's car before something bad happens. Hashtag broadcaster jinx. And right on cue, there's a spin and Thorndike misses. 36 into the 97 spinning. Boy, did I cue that one on the right. Oh, drift going ramping. 77 goes spinning. And 7th caution out with 15 to go. So caution out for the 7th time. Darren Clement, who had led some laps earlier in this race, unfortunately .36 involved. I think I saw Mason gets through it. Mason flipping there. Justin Gann gets through. Drift goes ramping through, as I talked about. There's Thorndike making it through. Doug Carlson, I think, gets involved. That is a broken bottle of Smirnoff. Gann gets a little bit of damage. Did the 94 make it through there? Because he went down towards the bottom also. Now Caldwell's going to get heavy damage to the Brandt car. So 7th caution, the race is out. As you see the 21 going to get the lucky dog. He'll come back onto the lead lap, I believe. So a wild race here in Daytona. I'm actually trying to go back. That green flag pit stop happened at lap If I remember correctly, it was in the 50s, so it was right in here, I think. Guys are going to come to one to green, so I'm not going to have much time to find this if I can find it real quick. All right, let's rewind this. I believe this is, yes. So watch Conklin here. This is what we were talking about a second ago about the cone. So we have a yellow cone right here in the middle of the track. Watch this. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. Coming in hot. And around the cone. Hey, how do you miss this thing? Hey, it's sitting there just all by its lonesome. Hashtag save the cone. I mean, that's missing pit road in style right there. So anyways, it's going to come back to the green flag. And 11 laps to go. Andrew Moraz, who has been leading laps. He's sped on pit road. He's missed a couple wrecks, been a couple laps down. And now is back to leading the race after what has been a wild one tonight. Avery Wilson, Ray Reitnauer, Bud Steele, Sean Mitchell, your top five. So Mitchell in that 75 continues to bring in laps and save that fuel mileage to the finish. And I have a feeling these last 12 laps are going to be wild. So let's put the seatbelts on, boys and girls, and let's go racing from our 7th caution of the evening. Once again, that outside line finding the struggle as the inside line gets single file really quickly. It's right now on the high side. But don't let that's 87 fool you. He has got some speed in that 87, some ponies. And now big wreck in the back. Brad Davis involved. Drift is in it. The 99 of Miranda's in it. Drift, as I mentioned, 86 involved. And another big wreck. Thorndike. Ken MacArthur. So let's see what happens here.
Not my first rodeo with them. Going back, James.
The car slid about that was massive. 19 slid up the tracks a little bit. 99 tried to fill the gap, and unfortunately, wattage. And They netcode it first, and then the contact happens. 30's going to get hooked. The other, once again, a 30-30 wreck. Spell gets involved. Jason Branch goes under and through the 19. So caution out for the 8th time here at 9 laps to go. Now, I do want to give a shout out. There were a couple other leagues. I mentioned the guys that are mainly in this race tonight. But there were a couple leagues that unfortunately did not have, I don't think any racers joined in the end. But OSRA, they were a league that were going to have some racers tonight. And also Iron Thunder Racing League, I believe is supposed to have some people tonight. So I want to give those leagues shout outs also. As they have channels here in Discord. That's what I'm kind of going off of right now. And so on and so forth. So I didn't want to leave them out tonight just in case something had maybe come up and they weren't able to get anybody tonight. Matter of fact, I don't think I missed anybody, but here is, as they come to the green flag, I'll throw this up real quickly. There's the list right here underneath the laps and miles of all the teams that are in this, leagues that are in the race. Blown Piston, of course, Swift, ERSA, Online Sim Racing Association, Signature Esports. I don't think I missed anybody. Yes, I did. Area 51, apologize to you guys. Don't want to leave you out. But as you see them coming to the green flag, there you go. On the screen, that is all of the leagues in this race here tonight. So shout out to all of them. As we come to the green flag, Andrew Moraz continuing to lead here. He is definitely shown he has got the speed to win this race tonight. Working with Avery Wilson. Some smoke, and the 55 goes around. Into the wall back there, and the 9th caution's coming out. Thorndike involved, 55 involved. Let's see what happens. I looked up, I saw the 55 get turned. He's got Scott Wise there behind him. So I'm going to directly word Lauren an exact quote here. Since he won't call himself out, that wreck is on Scott Wise in the 31. End quote. dash Lauren Wise, wife of Scott Wise. But tough break for those cars that were all involved in that wreck. And I hear Lucky Dog coming high, so everybody better hit the deck. That is one of the flippers going by. Mason flipper. So Andrew Moraz leads. Avery Wilson, Bud Steele, Josh Klinger. As I mentioned, Sean Mitchell, who hasn't pitted since lap 76, keeping the track position after staying out, and is so far it's working. If they don't come to a green-white checker, then he's going to make it on fuel. I'm just more worried about well, I'll say this in chat, guys. No, but I don't think anybody tonight is meant to wreck anybody in that kind of thing. And, okay, I don't know Mario enough to make a judgment of him racing and stuff like that. It sounds like you guys have. But, you know, he made a quick decision off of a move that, you know, unfortunately didn't work. I mean, 19 went up the track, and he made the choice to go 3 wide. He made the decision. It happens. It's racing. This is speedway racing. You're going to have wrecks from people making decisions. Unfortunately, every wreck on this track and almost on any track is off a decision. So, I mean, we're not the smartest. Let's face it, we want to simulator racing. You think we're smart? But, yeah, and I'm not backing anybody up here. I'm just putting the point out. I don't know Mario. Tonight's the first night I've had a word with his father, and obviously seeing Mario race and the others out here. A lot of these guys, first time I've ever seen them race. And I think it's been a great race. It's coming towards the end. People are going to make decisions at the end of a race. I mean, I heard one guy just say, we've ran 100 laps of great racing, and now this. Well, yeah, when you get less than 20 laps to go, people lose their minds. You think we're going to go 4 laps green flag here? I'm not even going to answer that question. I hope they do. It's just a decision he made. What can you do, you know? Here we go, green flag back out. Oh, I've not made smart decisions. Ask Hanley in Chicago. Front 5, front 6, 7, 8 cars now going single file. 27 cuts down in the 8th spot. Yeah, that's another great point there, Joe. I mean, a lot of guys that aren't used to racing with each other either. Whoa, easy. 5 got loose. That got close. 2 laps to go. Can they make it back to the white flag? If they do, somehow, we're going to, up there goes the 75 out in the grass into the 48. He's going spinning. Here we go. 48's flipping out, literally. 40 into the wall, the 71. Andrew Moore's in it. Captain America's in it. Up another broken bottle for the Smirnoff car. And that's going to set up a green-white checker. And you know what? I'll add this to what you guys are saying right now. The package that these cars have and what they're running tonight is causing drivers to do what they're doing. If these cars are, think about the trucks, the last couple packages with the drafting and how they're able to just pull up and pass people and stuff like that, the ARCA cars. You know, a lot of the moves that these people make wouldn't necessarily be being made if they know that track position's at a premium right now. And again, I'm not saying that what Mario did was smart. I'm not going to sit here and criticize him on the air either. I'm not that kind of guy. But I'm going to say that, you know, he made the decision to make that move, and unfortunately what happened happened. It stinks, but it's part of racing. It's like this move here. It's part of racing. It's what makes racing so much fun. So looks like the 48 gets into the back of the 75, who was saving fuel this whole time. Well, I won't disagree with that either. Oh, and the Beamer gets whacked there, the BMW. Jason Branch coming in there. Oh, boy. Scott Wise getting a piece. 71. I mentioned a 39 getting also in there. Right now we're involved. Wow, one of the leaders on his lid. So unfortunately, 9th or 10th caution out, but so we'll go back racing here. 2 laps to go. This will be the first green-white checker, and I'm not totally sure how many there are, and I'm sure Lauren will answer me in about 5 seconds when she listens on her TV, because they watch me on TV. Thank you, by the way. And I appreciate those who actually decide to throw me on the TV. Never mind, Lauren can't hear me. You know, and that's the beautiful part about this discussion in chat right now you guys are having. And trust me, Michael, you have every right to be upset. And I'm not, saying you don't. But the good part about this argument is here you're seeing the different sides of it, where people think, okay, yeah, he should have stayed in line. Yeah, maybe he should have went. Now, in that situation, I probably stay in line, only because that's how I drive. I'm more cautious until see, I'm thinking this through. It's like I'm cautious until a certain point where I know I need to go. And again, I think part of that too is does Mario know the 19? Does the 19 know Mario? You know, because if not, then that move becomes really... Now, I'm being told in my ear that something was said that I did not know about. Yeah, so that... I'm just going to be quiet now and just call the rest of this race. 2 laps to go. Here we go. Thanks, Lauren, for that. I didn't know. So 58 changing lanes. They're asking Conklin into 58 too. Oh, and now they're wrecking behind. Now the 52's around. 5 into the wall. And that's going to bring this caution. Oh, and there's a T-bone. How you like your steaks cooked? And another bottle broken of the Smirnoff car. And this is the 11th caution. There's the wreck. I'm just listening to a conversation going on. So it looks like the 87 turns a 52 up top there, maybe? Is that what I saw? Just kind of caught it out of the corner of my eye as there's Roger Rios Matias. I'm going to look at it one more time here. And let's get to the 52 here real quick. All right, so apparently there's 2 green-white checkers from what I just got out of Lauren by just a, well, not answering my question, but she answered a question. So, but it looks like the 87 gets into the 21 and 52 there from that angle. Let's watch one more time. In fairness to that comment, the reason why the Daytona 500 went quicker than this is because there was no cars left by lap 15. Oh, right. Okay, so 87 pushes to 21 into the 52. That's okay. Never mind. I get it now. Racing for the finish. So this will be the final green-white checker finish of the race. But I do, in all seriousness, appreciate everybody watching tonight. I think it's been a fantastic race. There have been cautions. Hello, we're racing a super speedway in, 8 different leagues, racing against each other. So they're going to allow the 6 and the 58 to switch positions here for the restart. So basically, Bud Steele is going to take the top. And they're going to have the 58 on the bottom, I think it is, or is it the other way around? I think it's the other way around, actually. just watching it here on the screens. There you go. So they're ordering, making sure the 6 crosses before the 58 does. Basically, they're calling the 58 for changing lanes on the restart, and then the wreck happened. They couldn't execute anything, so they're trying to execute this as fair as possible. So Ray Reitenauer won $10 earlier for winning the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Andrew Moraz got the butt kicker for leading at lap number 23. $75 to the winner tonight, $50 to second, $25 for third. Thank you guys, appreciate that. I think it's been a fun race. Obviously some controversy, but that's part of racing. Some things that, now that I know have been said, I can't say that I currently agree with, but either way, it's going to be fun as we watch these last 2 laps. Here we go. Andrew Moraz going to bring him to the green with the teamwork going on with Avery Wilson. Down the back straightaway, and this is the final green-white checker, by the way. If they wreck, it's over. You got the modified of Andrew Moore back there going 3 wide. As we come to the final lap, I got to throw the obvious stat out there, and this is not for broadcaster jinx reasons. Blown Piston has never lost one of these all-star races. They have the first 2 spots as they take the white flag. Final lap. Can anybody make a move? Oh, and there goes somebody, and there goes somebody else. I think that's the 30 and 87 that goes spinning. They come back on track together somehow. That's going to break up this pack a little bit and could bring the draft back into play. Bud Steele with no help, really. Here comes Klinger to his back bumper. Avery Wilson, is he going to try to make a move? Moving it to the outside, it is not going to be enough as Andrew Moraz will win the Firecracker 300. Blown Piston 1-2 and wins another all-star race. Klinger going to get third, Bud Steele fourth, Sean Conklin, your top 5. They're going to come down to pit road and do what we'll call a virtual lug nut check, even though these are single lug cars. See the joke there? Yeah, we'll have to talk here sometime, Joe. Stay in contact with me or something. You chat. Yep, there you go. That'll work. As Andrew goes down into, oh, you went to the grass. Don't go in the grass at Daytona. And all of a sudden, up in the channel comes Andrew, apparently. We'll let him go celebrate, and then I'll talk to him. But, yeah. Got the old Ford Mustang out there. as he celebrates the win here. Let's take a look at the final results of this race. Won by Andrew Moraz, Avery Wilson second, Josh Klinger third, Bud Steele fourth, Sean Conklin fifth. Jake Elrod finishes sixth, AJ Green seventh, Kevin Dick eighth, Sean Mitchell ninth. Hunter Collier comes back to a 10th place finish. 11th goes to Colin Forster, James Watson 12th, Raymond Reitnauer, who had one of the faster cars in the race, I should say, finished 13th. Roger Rios Matias 14th, Adam Alshire 15th, Jack Walls 16th, Drift 17th, Mason Flippin finishing 17th. Looking at the 18th position, Mason Flippin 18th, Andrew Moore 19th, 20th Brad Davis, 21st Scott Wise, 22nd Douglas Carlson, 23rd Jason Branch, 24th Gail Brooks, 25th to Jonathan Cogswell, 26th James Thorndike, Ken MacArthur 27th, 28th Michael Spell, 29th Mario Miranda, 30th Justin Gann, 31st Maxwell Caldwell, Darren Clement 32nd, Anthony Hanley 33rd, 34th Pierce Maffett, Hunter Hallberg 35th, 36th Curtis Kelly, 37th Jason Wiley, 38th Patrick Desaunier, 39th Chris Bates, 40th Matt Wagner, 41st Todd Cray, Ty Richter 42nd, Daniel Helm finishing in the 43rd position. So as we'll talk now to not only the guy who won himself a butt kicker tonight for leading lap number 24, but Andrew, or 23 I should say, but Andrew, as I stalled to type some things out here on my screen, congratulations to you as you continue the streak of the wins for the Blown Piston Racing League. That is not how you spell Firecracker, Scala. Congratulations on that. You win the Firecracker, what was it, in the end, 3-16 or something like that, as we had 2 green-white checkers and so on and so forth. And congratulations, Andrew. You have won this All-Star race.
Thank you. It was a blast to drive, that's for damn sure.
Well, you obviously had no issues tonight at all. You had a flawless race. Everything went... Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong card. You had everything opposite happen. Talk about what happened.
So, I did have one bad juju moment, and that was speeding going into pit road. So, a 40-second hold, went a lap down. I backed up to Darren, and I don't remember who was pushing him, but I want to thank Darren for not passing me when he got the lead, and that caution came out. It made me stay on the lead lap. That's what helped me keep the car clean and get the win here tonight.
Let's talk about that stop, because when you came out of the pits, you were, 2 seconds for going a lap down. You somehow get into a pack of cars, and you guys end up pulling away from the leaders, which is amazing in itself, because you guys were about a pack of 4, and you had a pack of 10 coming your way, but yet you were able to get away. That caution comes out, and then you mentioned you stay ahead of Darren on a restart and get an immediate caution afterwards, and gets you back to being a lap down, and then of course you get the lap back, and then you go through half these wrecks, which, I mean, the one wreck I can think of, turn 3, you just drop it down to the apron and hope nobody comes down. And it worked out for you.
Oh, yeah. It was scary back there. It was 15th on back, 10th on back. Those were where the wrecks were happening. I don't know if it's just the draft and the air movement is causing the cars to get super loose, and especially when you bump someone and they're not expecting it. But, man, those wrecks were horrendous. 4, 5, 6 cars total.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, just pull it down there and pray.
Right.
You can't see on the right side. So you're hoping that no one comes across and hits you, or helicopters hit you, or whatever. But it was a fun race. It was a long race, but I enjoyed it. I'm sure Avery and Josh did too.
Yeah, and you and Avery worked together there. And the one thing I noticed too, and you drive obviously the Mustang, the rear end of the Mustang kind of pokes out a little bit, and then you look at the front of the Chevy pokes out a little bit. So it almost seemed like you guys had very minimal. I guess for a better way of putting it, a contact patch to use to push those 2 cars.
Correct. So we pretty much had to use the air movement in that bubble that we talked about earlier before the race.
Yep.
That's what helped push the cars and not touch or get loose or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. But, well, congratulations, man. You get plenty of time here. Do your shout-outs.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you for broadcasting this race, Chris. Scott, Lauren, for putting on this interleague special event for 4th of July. Looking forward to next month for maybe during the winter. I'd like to thank all the fans that are out there watching. All the drivers, especially, they were pretty clean, top-notch. It was just bad pushes or bad air movement that caused the wreck. So I'm not mad at anyone or anything like that. So congrats to those guys for trying to maintain a clean race. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, great job tonight, and congratulations on the win. Go celebrate with the BPRL League. I'm sure Scott's pretty happy to bring the invisible trophy, I guess we'll call it, back to the house and celebrate that win. So nice job.
Thank you, and I believe this is win number 2 for me for the interleague races.
There you go. So congrats on that also.
Yep.
Absolutely. Andrew Moraz there celebrating the win. The first one I've gotten to watch, but the second one he's been a part of. Now, the only other race I actually broadcasted for an all-star race was won by this guy who finished second. That was Avery Wilson, who comes in tonight with a unsponsored test car or something. I don't know what other way to put it. It was a plain white car with a number 1 on it. I mean, he could have written anything on there, but yeah, he went plain white car tonight and goes and gets a second place finish. Now, remember the words out of your mouth before the race. I overheard you say, Avery, that you were just enjoying this car for the first time ever. Did you learn a lot?
Oh yeah, I definitely learned a lot. I think I bought the car, but I ran a couple laps on like Atlanta or something like that a while back, but I never actually got to race the car. And I remember watching these guys run it for the first time for Talladega, and I could see that the passing was like very difficult for a lot of guys. But once I got into the race, I could, I was able to make some things happen when I needed to, but it seemed like you had to time it perfectly, because if you just missed the opportunity by a hair, then you'd probably be falling to the back of the pack, because that's what happened to me at one time. So I knew just to stay in the inside for as long as I could and just wait for the guys to start trying to race and just ease my way up through the field. And then, of course, on the pit stops, I think I nailed all of them, and I was able to make up all the positions that I needed to get to the front.
How long did it take for you to realize there were 5 gears in this car?
I think maybe 10, 20 laps into the
I had to ask.
Practice. Yeah, because running, I think I was playing with a 373 gear, and someone in chat or Discord said something about a 5th gear, and I totally forgot that there was a 5th gear. And I started playing around with that, messing with the gear ratios, but it worked out.
Well, great job tonight, man. I had to ask you that question because, believe it or not, it's easy to forget because we're so used to driving 4-gear, stick shift cars, and here you are out here in a sequential shifting 5th gear car. So, great job, man. Congrats on your second place. Shout out to whoever you like to.
You for the broadcast, Scott, Lauren, and all the other guys that helped put this thing together, and all the guys that helped make this setup, because I didn't have a setup. I just don't have enough time during the week to work on a setup. But I think it was Scott, Andrew Moore, Moraz, Hanley, and there might have been one other guy, but I can't remember for sure. But thanks to those guys for getting this set up and helping me with the gear ratio.
Well, great job tonight, man. Congratulations. Go enjoy that second place finish.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely. As Josh Klinger going to finish in the 3rd position. Now, Josh, obviously, I don't know much about you, unfortunately, because I know you race with Signature, and it's one of the leagues that I don't get the broadcast for, but you did a great job tonight. You had that BMW awesome-looking paint scheme, by the way, also. But you got involved in a wreck. You come back, and you finish in the top 3 and made that league proud. I know MacArthur said something already in chat, but great effort from you tonight, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. That was a tough one there at the end. I didn't think that outside side draft was going to work. I mean, I was 6th on the white flag, so that was kind of a long shot, especially getting wrecked with like 8 to go. But saved the fast repair to the end, just kind of keeping all the guys from Signature. I definitely got to thank Black Horse Auto Transport, Oceanside Cleaners for getting me out here. Shout out to somebody on Trading Paints for making the Ford Mustang a BMW. Yeah, when I saw that paint on Trading Paints, and I was like, that's what I'm going to run tonight.
Well, it definitely had a hot rod under it tonight. It was definitely a great-looking car, and you did a great job here this evening. Talk about, obviously the battling out there was really tough to pass unless you had a lot of help, a lot of single-file racing. You had to be patient. And I know you definitely were all over the field. I remember seeing you in the front at one point. I'd see you in the middle at one point, in the back at one point. You definitely had to be patient to work your way.
Yeah, I tried to stay, middle front that whole time. Fortunately, during the long green flag runs, I was able to stay hooked up with that front pack that would somehow get away. But the outside lane in these cars, unless you've got a whole world of people behind
Right.
you, it's just not going anywhere. And on the restarts, you can make it about midway through turn 1 before that shorter way around gets faster. So just trying to get down as soon as you can, safe as you can, not cutting anybody's nose off, and making sure your teammates are good behind you. It's the cooperative effort definitely on the super speedways with this package. And I'm a road racer, so sequential gearing is not new to me, but I really do enjoy getting off pit road in one of these things. So I wish we could have had more green flag stops, but the racing was great when you were up front, and obviously you're going to expect a lot of madness to go on when you fill a field like that at Daytona.
Well, especially in the last 30 laps of the race. I mean, we kind of knew what was about to break out. But still, great job this evening. You represented your league well. I always let you guys have your opportunity here. You've heard the first two, so here's your chance. Shout-outs to whoever in the world you want.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate Signature Esports for allowing us to come out here and represent their brand. I got to thank my teammates tonight, Jake, Curtis, AJ, Ken, Douglas. I'm sorry, hold on, Adam.
It happens.
Colin. I think I got them all. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. There was a lot of us in the Signature chat tonight all working together. Once again, MF Racing Designs, get them all for your paint needs. Oceanside Cleaners, Black Horse Auto Transport, Oceana Coffee, and Gun Barrel Coffee as well. So check all those guys out on Facebook. I appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate you guys for putting this on as well.
No, absolutely, man. Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on your top 3. You represented well tonight. And, actually started 14th, too. So nice job there. And go enjoy your night. Enjoy your 4th of July, sir.
Thank you, sir. You as well. Be safe, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Sounds good. So Josh Klinger finishes in the 3rd position tonight in this wild Firecracker 300 here at the Daytona International Speedway virtually here on iRacing. So appreciate everybody being a part of it. What a wild race it was. It saw, 11 cautions, I think, in the end? I forget now. But anyways, I just remember the great racing that happened out there on the track tonight. Congrats to Andrew Moraz, who won the race. Thank you to all the viewers. I enjoyed chatting with everybody tonight. Definitely had a great time tonight. And just want to say a shout out to all the leagues that were a part of this this evening. I know I listed them up here on the race info page here mid-race just to get them all shout outs. Blown Piston, Swift, ERSA, Online Sim Racing Association, Signature Esports, Area 51. I think I've covered them all, so thank you all for putting this race together. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to Lauren and Scott, who always have had the pleasure to work with, especially the last couple months. I did race with them and was more of a pain in the you-know-what to them. I would get kind of angry because I'd get wrecked, but became their broadcaster, and here I am now. So hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not new to the channel, we appreciate it, and I also want to send a shout-out to all those who do broadcast these leagues. I respect all of you guys tremendously. I don't want to mention names because I don't want to miss one. So I know a couple that do each leagues and stuff like that. But for those broadcasters who broadcast for these leagues, thank you very much. And I'm actually going to call this out on the air right now. I thought of the idea this last night. I started to talk about it this morning, but what I would like to do, and I'm going to bring the idea to Scott and Lauren, when we do this in November, I think that was said, I would like to invite all the networks that broadcast these leagues in with me or whoever calls the race in the end, and let's make an all-star broadcast crew out of this and really make this fun. So I definitely would like to do that. And yes, support the Cones, Sean Conklin. Anyways, with that said, you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and hopefully I can be the first to say happy 4th of July to all you. I do like to joke and say happy 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th of July. Also, to the veterans out there that have served our country and continue to serve, thank you very much. And remember, they're the reason why we've been able to celebrate 275 years. Right, 245, sorry, on as a country here in the United States. So thank you guys very much for allowing that. So I'm off. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. And one quote, if you're new to the channel, I always do like to say, because it's the exact truth, and tonight's the reason why I like to say it. Always remember, this is not just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!
And now the wait is over. The nerves Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering. It's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride.
Be strong.